Hey y'all. Before I start this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and let's jump right into this video. Today in this video, I'm going to be doing a pretty much like a weekly recap, but I'm going to do like a 2-day recap because the last 2 days have been pretty busy and pretty crazy for me. I will honestly say this is the most fun that I've had in a very long time. Tuesday, I ended up seeing Lilo and Stitch. I went with one of my good friends. We went together to heal his inner child. But I would honestly say I grew up watching Lilo and Stitch, and I enjoyed the cartoon version a lot. And it really wasn't that bad to me growing up as a kid. My favorite Lilo and Stitch movie, the first one, will always hold a special place in my heart. But honestly, it's Stitch with a Glitch was my favorite Stitch movie. I watched a little bit of the TV show coming up, but I wasn't really too interested. So mainly one of my main concerns about the live action, I didn't want it to be like a total copy and paste of the original cartoon version. Only because if that were to happen, then I most definitely would have gave it a thumbs down. Only because I feel like if I've seen the cartoon version, then I've pretty much seen the live action without actually seeing the live action. So I was glad that they didn't do a complete copy and paste. There were some parts of it that were most definitely in the cartoon version. I loved how they kept the influence of Elvis Presley for Lilo. I thought that was great. I also, one complaint though, I honestly feel like it's because they didn't want to condone violence, but I feel like Myrtle most definitely could have got it worse. If you know, you know, because in the cartoon version, she was getting toe up, and I just didn't like how they kind of played with that in this live action. Though that's my only complaint. But overall, the movie was really funny. It had its very sad moments. In the live action though, it really like goes into detail on how sad their life was and how hard it was for, excuse me if I'm butchering her name, but Leilani and Lilo. Don't kill me. But um it really doubled down on that, which I'm not gonna lie, I was turning up a little bit. That's why I said I kind of felt like I was on an emotional roller coaster, like up, down, feeling happy, feeling sad. And oh, shout out to the little kid that was in the movie theater that cried on a specific scene. If you know, you know. But overall, I would rate that movie a 8.5 out of 10. It wasn't a bad movie at all. It was very great and I loved it. Shortly after leaving there, we decided to hit up a buffet that is very popular here, but it's not in the city. It's in St. Charles, which is 30 minutes from the city. It's a drive, but in my honest opinion, it was worth it. It was my first time going. It was my friend's first time. It's called Golden Apple Buffet, and food is phenomenal. And let me let y'all in on a secret. So you can kind of tell the difference between a restaurant that kind of throws something together or food that tastes heavily processed and full of chemicals, and then you can kind of tell the difference between restaurants that actually use fresh products and they take their time. That's the best way that I can just describe the Golden Apple Buffet. Phenomenal food, really good. Only thing for me, they had a lot of the same food from another buffet that my friend and I go to that's out in South County, that's not too far from us. Um, they had some of the same food, but taste totally different. Totally different. Golden Apple, way more flavorful. Again, you can kind of tell that they have used fresh products. So if I had to rate the Golden Apple, I would rate that buffet, I would rate a 9 out of 10. The only reason I didn't give it a 9.5 is because I feel like I have to go back during lunch because we just made it there dinner time. So I would give it a solid 9. I would most definitely recommend anyone to try it. If you are from Missouri or if you live where I live and you're from where I'm from, Golden Apple Buffet, St. Charles. Thank me later. So, lastly, yesterday the GNX tour came to my hometown, SZA and Kendrick Lamar. So let me tell y'all my experience. I didn't record it. One, I was doing a lot yesterday. I started cleaning up early in the morning and I never took a nap in between. Worst mistake. I should have took a nap because I was honestly tired. But earlier that day, pretty much just cleaning up, chilling, and then I had I had to make a run. His tag will be right here. If you guys don't see, he pretty much gave me a few of his shirts. He has a clothing brand, Hustle STL. Um, I had to go meet him, and I picked up some shirts, and I actually wore one to the concert, which I'm happy about. So after doing all of that, it was raining, y'all. Also, another thing, if you haven't seen my most recent video that I uploaded, there was a tornado that hit my hometown and destroyed so much. And there's still, currently, still, there's a lot of people that are misplaced. There's a lot of people without homes. And the community has been coming together, helping one another still continuously. So, yesterday, it was another tornado that had touched down, but it wasn't in the city, it was out in the county. And we had a really bad thunderstorm, and I was kind of nervous because I didn't get the ticket insurance. You have the choice to have ticket insurance just in case weather or things like this happen, then you can get reimbursed. And I didn't do it. So when I heard the tornado siren go off, hmm, if you know, you know, I was really concerned because I was like, oh my God, like what if he canceled a concert? Then I can't get my money back. My nephew and I, we went together, and I didn't want to disappoint my nephew, but I also didn't want to lose out on money. And I just spent this money to go to this concert, and then it's canceled because of inclement weather. And then on top of that, we just dealt with a tornado that was very devastating. Took people's lives, took communities, took homes, left people scattered. And now, out of all days, there's a tornado warning. So I was really concerned about that. But luckily enough, um, nothing catastrophic happened in the city. But there was a tornado that touched down out here where I work at. There was a tornado that touched down out here. Haven't heard anything about anyone losing their lives or anything like that. So once all of this was happening, I would say right around 5, I started to get dressed, went over to my sister's house. Luckily enough, she stays like down the street and around the corner from me. So got dressed, went over there, and she dropped us off at the concert. Now, this is where stuff gets weird. When me and my nephew first get there, mind you, it's so many people, so many people. So traffic downtown is terrible. And this is why I say they need people to be there to direct traffic, because if you leave it up to the people, that's why the traffic was so bad. Because even when you're at the intersection and you have the right of way and the light is green, people literally are trying to jam through and they're blocking the intersection, which jams up traffic and makes it far worse. So it took about 15 to 20 minutes to get through the traffic alone. And once we got through that and we got inside, it was raining, of course, so everyone brought their umbrella. For the first time ever, where they had their concert, which was the Dome, which was sold out, by the way. Crazy. They decided to tell everyone, "Hey, you can't take your umbrellas inside. You're gonna have to leave them by the door." But what was even more messy was there were umbrellas all at the front. There were umbrella pals outside. They threw people's umbrellas outside. There were umbrellas all in the lobby. So mind you, an umbrella that I had, of course, it got taken by somebody that it doesn't belong to. So at that point, once the concert was over, everyone just started taking random umbrellas and going home. I would say that was the downside, is the umbrella part, because they've never done that before. And I'm guessing on that night they decided to just say, "Hey, can't take your umbrella in here. I'm gonna have to leave it by the door," which caused chaos and confusion, which caused people to just pick up and take any umbrella that was just there. Or they were like, "Ooh, this one's nice," which was frustrating. But once my nephew and I got through there and we got to our seats, I actually thought our seats were gonna be like the last row. Um, in the nosebleeds, but it really wasn't that bad. We had a pretty good view. Um, the only thing I would say, the seating was very tight and compact like this, and that's the only thing that I didn't like, because I don't like being shoulder to shoulder with someone. But once we got inside, the concert was supposed to start at 7, but of course, everyone is running behind on time. Not the artists, but I'm gonna say the general public. So it took about, for the arena to get filled, I want to say it took a whole hour, which the concert was supposed to start at 7, but it ended up starting at 8:15, 8:25, and the concert didn't end until 11:15, 11:30. So before midnight. So um me, I was kind of anticipating that it was going to start late, because I'm like, well, everybody's running late. Then they have to fill the stadium, like they can't start without anyone in there. So, my nephew, it was his first concert ever. He had a ball, had a great time. But, he's a kid, so he's a little antsy. He's like, "TT, the concert was supposed to start at 7, but it's like 8 o'clock." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but everyone has to fill in here, for them to start and stuff like that." And he's like, "Okay," and 10 minutes later just kept asking me the same thing. Like, concert was supposed to been start. Like, I'm ready. Which I was ready to. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I had to keep it cute for him. Um SZA did a very amazing job. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I came for Kendrick. I'm not the biggest fan of SZA, but I do enjoy and love her music. She did an amazing job. The visuals, the props, the staging, the lighting, everything was done very perfectly, and everything was very, very well executed and beautiful. I've been a fan of Kendrick Lamar since I was in the ninth grade. I've been a fan of him since I was 14 years old. I am 28 now, and this is my first time seeing this man in concert. I've missed every single last concert. The one time he came to this city was in 2013. I was I was like 15 going on 16, so of course my parents didn't buy me tickets and I didn't know. So I missed that window of opportunity, and fast forward 10 plus years later, he came back to my hometown, so I was really geeked and really excited. I want to say I was more excited than my nephew, honestly. He had a great time, but again, he's a kid. Like, certain songs he doesn't know, so he's just like, but certain songs he was like, "Yeah, I know this song," and I was just happy to see him, be himself and be comfortable. He sang along, screamed, rap to a lot of songs, and I was happy to see that he was having a good time, because I was having a great time. I felt like my kind of felt like how my friend felt going to the movies and seeing Lilo and Stitch. I felt like my inner child was healed, because I was a part of something that was bigger than me, and I was a part of something that was amazing. and I was really, really happy. I was really excited. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I was sleepy only because I was doing so much and I woke up early and I was cleaning and doing everything earlier that day. I didn't get a chance to lay down and take a nap because I knew if I would have laid down and taken a nap, then I would have fell asleep past the concert time, and I didn't want to do that. That's why I stayed awake. But um, overall, the energy was amazing in there. Um, I loved how everybody was there to have a great time. Like I was really concerned that somebody might mess it up because now when it comes to concerts, like people they have a good time and then as soon as they step out, they just start acting stupid, and I hate that. I kind of miss how it was back then when I was a kid. Like I'm pretty sure that was still the thing, people act dumb, but I liked how you could go out and have a good time and enjoy and make it home safe. Now I don't know. It's kind of the roll of the dice sometimes. But that concert was amazing. It was packed. It was sold out. SZA's from my hometown, so it was amazing to see how happy she was and how engaging she was and shouting out. You know, I don't know if she went to the high school for a minute. I don't know, but she shouted out, St. Louis, different schools, high schools, and stuff like that. So I thought that was very, very great. And if I had to rate this concert, child, I'm a huge fan and I'm a little biased. So I'm going to say 10 out of 10. Most definitely had a good old funky time, grand spanking time. The Gen X tour, y'all, please buy tickets. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's really, 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 really worth it. One thing that I do love is spending my money on someone who is going to entertain me, and that's exactly what they both did. And I had a great time. Visuals, beautiful. SZA, beautiful. Kendrick, you'll always have my heart. Fine, love you. But that's pretty much the end of this video. I will be adding some clips in at the end, but don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. Comment down below what different type of video ideas you want to see from me, and I will see y'all later. Bye.